back to the show. During Donald Trump's first 100 days in office, which, give him credit, he's completed in a record 19 days, America's promise keeper in chief has been busy signing every executive order put in front of him and showing off his handiwork with all the flourish of a child showing off what craft they did in school today. Parents, I beg you, don't starve your children of approval. Just say, good Fruit Loop art, son. Even if their Fruit Loop art objectively sucks, it's important. But while we were all admiring the president's I can't believe it's not a Muslim ban, he also scribbled his John Hancock on this.
On Wednesday, President Trump signed an order to withhold federal funding from so-called sanctuary cities.
Well, he did say he'd run the country the same way he runs his business. So what are sanctuary cities? Are they where artists and the LGBTQ community seek sanctuary from the red states where they were born? Or are they magical urban nature sanctuaries where endangered animals live like people? Yes, they are, and stop elephant spreading. They're also places where undocumented people don't have to live like animals.
These cities are proudly places where local police will not arrest and or detain anyone simply for being in the country illegally. And if they come upon someone here illegally, they're not going to go out of their way to let federal authorities know so they can be deported.
And if that sounds reasonable and compassionate to you, congratulations. You haven't been watching Fox News for the past 5 years.
Sanctuary cities, I think it's anarchy.
Sanctuary city policies are dangerous.
Sanctuary cities and counties promote anarchy.
Sanctuary cities are deadly.
Complete chaos and anarchy.
American citizens are literally dying because of sanctuary cities.
Your party supporting anarchy by promoting sanctuary cities.
Jesus, guys, if you hate our anarchy so much, why don't you pack up your studio and fuck off to some safe square state where you have to share the town prostitutes? Good luck getting a falafel at 3 in the morning. For the attentive Fox News viewer, sanctuary cities are dystopian hell pits of lawlessness where hordes of non-English speaking illegal immigrants roam the streets at night, eating stolen tacos and murdering as many people as they want with no consequences whatsoever because crime-loving liberals swoop in to save them from punishment. Mayor de Blasio is strong. And yes, we make a lot of movie references, but that's only because my staff longs for the days when they could take 90 minutes to enjoy a film without missing 3 executive orders and a fucking constitutional crisis. Here's a fun fact. I mean, if you think facts are fun and not an offensive nuisance, a study of sanctuary counties found that on average they have slightly lower crime rates than non-sanctuary counties. And that includes Trump's hometown, thanks in part to this soft-on-crime liberal pussy.
The city of New York, quite frankly, is quite tolerant of undocumented immigration. I happen to agree with that. I think New York City should not deal with undocumented immigrants in a harsh way. I think they make a big contribution to the life of the city, and we're much better off being sensible and practical about it.
That used to be our mayor before he was tragically swallowed whole by a xenophobic howler monkey. Sanctuary cities don't just hand get-out-of-jail-free cards to every violent felon with an accent.
If someone commits these crimes and they're undocumented, we will work to make sure those people are handed over to ICE for potential deportation. If someone has a small amount of marijuana or someone ran through a stop sign and that's why they might be deported and have a family torn apart or a breadwinner taken away from their children, we're not going to do that.
Maybe because the NYPD have their hands full securing a perimeter around the wife Trump is too proud to divorce. Now you want them to deport jaywalkers?
Whether it's minor or whether it's a major offense, the crime is the fact they're here in the first place. I know, but that's the crime. And so if you get picked up, I don't care if it's public urination.
I have a feeling the president might make an exception for foreigners who urinate in front of Americans. But in the ongoing battle over whether to deport 11 million people, an unlikely hero has emerged. America's mayors, resolute, compassionate, and quivering with joy that they get to be on TV for something other than a hurricane.
As a city, we have your back.
Our diversity is our strength.
We're not going to divide families.
You are welcome here.
You are safe in Boston. We will do everything lawful in our power to protect you. If necessary, we will use City Hall itself to shelter and protect anyone who's targeted unjustly.
That's the most emotion a guy from Boston has ever shown without following it up with, "I ain't no queer." Sanctuary cities aren't just a hippie, kumbaya, global music CD of an idea. Police say having hundreds of thousands of immigrants too scared to say something when they see something kind of makes their job harder.
Many people who are in the country illegally are too afraid to alert police when they become a victim of a crime.
On the plus side, it means I never have to pay for a hot dog. But while America's mayors blah, blah, blah about the golden rule, the president is sticking to his.
We're going to strip federal grant money from the sanctuary states and cities that harbor illegal immigrants. The American people are no longer going to have to be forced to subsidize this disregard for our laws.
Hold up there, sorry Spice. Have you forgotten where that federal money comes from? Godless cities generate almost 85% of the country's GDP. And most of our tax revenue. Threatening to withhold money from sanctuary cities makes as much sense as Macaulay Culkin's parents trying to dock his allowance. And if you try, you might be hearing from the so-called judges.
A court decision last year that the federal government can't put a financial gun to the head of local governments. That's what this country was founded on, a local sovereignty.
That's right, liberals. States' rights. They're not just for racists anymore. Look. We need comprehensive immigration reform. Some of this country's 13,000 gun deaths a year are caused by undocumented immigrants, and that is a real problem. But it won't be solved by deporting someone's mom for littering. In the end, it was Boston Mayor Marty Walsh who reminded us what's at stake.
There was a young man that came to my office not too long ago, and he's fearful of his mother being thrown out of the country. And he's about 7 years old. And he wrote me a note. Dear Mr. Walsh, I am thankful for you because you protect our city from a madman, and you will make me and my family feel safe. Your man, Brian. That's why I'll stand here with my colleagues any day to protect the people who can't protect themselves.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Maybe all we need is an adorable dreamer to write the president a heartfelt letter. And of course, another equally adorable dreamer to read it to him. We'll be right back.